describe the background, activities, and target of the SCIP Plastics Project. And Professor Dr. Rafizul Islam of KUET has shown excellent presentation on our planned activities of this SCIP Plastic Projects. So I have nothing that much to say, but still I want to explain few things that in order to prevent large-scale environmental pollution, this project aims at the sustainable transformation of municipal waste management system in the Ganges Delta regarding plastic abatement strategies. Bangladesh is a developing country with a large population of 166 million. In Bangladesh, there has been little effort to assess the amount of plastic waste in different environmental compartments and the associated impacts on the environment and human health. Chittagong City, the lifeline of economy, is the principal and fourth city of district of Chattogram and the second largest city in Bangladesh. It is situated on the right bank of the river Kornofuli. As an implementing partner, KUET is directly responsible for the timely completion of a number of project activities. Work packages includes master plan for marine debris reduction at harbors, actions against immediate marine pollution, master plan plastics substitution by jute, pilot scale project for the use of jute with the help of KUET and other implementing partners. So I believe that if we cooperate and work together, we will be able to complete the project with time, and the project will encourage the concerned authorities to think about the plastic pollution in a new way and to plan future plastic waste research and management strategies. Thank you. Thank you all for inviting me to deliver my speech. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for sharing your insights.
On this stage of this project formulation meeting, requesting the Chief Planning Officer of Khulna City Corporation, Mr. Abir Ul Jabbar sir, to deliver his expert opinion.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. SCIP Plastic Project. Today, the chief guest, Professor Dr. Muhammad Alamgir sir, presided by Dr. Muhammad Saiful Islam, Dean, Civil Engineering Department, Professor Dr. E. Craft, Project Leader, Professor Dr. Muhammad Rokonuজ্জামান, Head of Department Civil Engineering, Department KUET, Professor Dr. Kazi Hamidul Bari, Head of Waste Lab, SCIP Plastic Project, Department of Civil Engineering, KUET, Professor Dr. Farzana Rahman Jyoti, Scientific Director of SCIP Plastic Project, KUET, Sheikh Abdur Rahman, respected Mayor, Mongla Port Municipality, and Sheikh Abed Ali, General Secretary, Nirala Janakalyan Samiti, Khulna, respected professors of KUET, other audience, Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon in Bangladesh. First of all, I would like to thank all the partners to arrange this kind of program, and I would like to greetings from Khulna City Corporation. If I go back to the 2007, the OSF 2 project is one of the partner, Khulna City Corporation was there, and I highly thanks to Professor Dr. Alamgir that under his leadership and Bauhaus-University, we established a pilot scale sanitary landfill. We are very lucky in Khulna city that Khulna city have two technical university. One is Khulna University of Engineering and Technology and Khulna University. These two university is the knowledge hub of city. This is, we always get support from these two universities, and we are the actually field level worker, and we are the mandate by the peoples of Khulna city. Under the leadership of Honorable Mayor Mr. Talukdar Abdul Khalek, I also respect him and support all. He get all the support of any kind of development activities, and under his leadership Khulna city will grow rapidly, and growing the development work very much appreciated. This project includes also to make a master plan and other activities. I would like to inform you that the German government and Bangladesh government is very good relation since 50 years, and you will inform that we will celebrate 50 years celebration in Khulna by the assistance of German cooperation. You also know that we have lots of projects we got from the German government and by the assistance of German cooperation. Khulna city now is now four projects are running by the assistance of GIZ and KFW, and this is for the infrastructure and slum development projects is going on. I would like to inform you that in the city corporation building, one-stop service is established by the German cooperation. Our climate resilient conference center, this is also installed by the German cooperation. And third one is the awareness center, which will be established by the assistance of SCIP project. So I congratulate and I thanks all German corporations on behalf of Khulna City Corporation. And this project, we are the city government that responsible for the waste management and collection. So we have to know the modern technology, we have to knowledge share so that this project will help the Khulna city very much. So I thank again all the partner organizations and especially Bauhaus-University who got this, who award this project to Khulna, KUET, KCC, Mongla Port, Poroshaba, Chittagong Port, and other KUET. So from Khulna city, we are very much committed to to complete the project, and we welcome all of you in Khulna city for the better development of this area. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your expert opinion.
At this moment of this meeting, Professor Dr. Kazi Hamidul Bari sir will address the session. He is the head of Waste Lab SCIP Plastics Project and Professor of Department of Civil Engineering, Khulna University of Engineering and Technology. So, sincerely requesting Professor Dr. Kazi Hamidul Bari sir to deliver his speech.
Good afternoon and Assalamu alaikum to everybody, especially Professor Richard Krafts from Bauhaus-University and his group, Professor Dr. Alamgir, Professor Juthi from KUET, and also our team from KUET, and also from City Corporation, and also from Mongla Port, Poroshaba, and also representative from 24 number ward. I just want to greet everybody, and at the beginning I want to pray for the father of nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, and also for his family who were killed in 1975, 15th August. May Allah grant them Jannah. Now we are in a problem because our representative from 24 number ward, he mentioned that we have lot of problem nowadays. Actually, at the time before 30, 35 years, the land were not divided to a small part. Nowadays, we are dividing the land and selling. And in a small land, we have 2-3 flats, like 2-3 families are just living in a very small flat, very small place, and generating lot of waste. And at that time, we were not introduced with the one-time use. Nowadays, there is a fashion that we have one-time use. Okay, one-time use bottle, one-time use flower and everything, one-time use plate. We like this, and that's why we are generating lot of waste which are less density but high volume, and that is creates problem. Okay, for example, this bunch of flower, we have 2 organic parts, the flower and the leaves, which are organic, and the other outer part is organic or inorganic? Organic. Outer part is also organic, but the difference is this is putrescible, Banglaয় পচনশীল, and this is non-putrescible, অপচনশীল. But these both are organic, and especially Professor Eckhart Kraft, he mentioned that we are looking for non-recyclable plastics, because in our previous study we have found that the recycling of the recyclable plastic is very smoothly going on. I will explain that later. For example, this is a glass, this is a plastic bottle. In this plastic bottle, there are 3 things. One is the cover, and another is the bottle itself, and another is the sticker. This sticker is non-recyclable. This cannot be recycled, or usually this is not recycling in Bangladesh. But this is costly, and this is less costly. And why the plastic creates problem? Because this has very, very, very low value to us. Just we drink and throw this. Okay, and also in our every roads and street side, we can see that lot of covers of the chips packet, and also the chocolate packet. These are creating problem. Okay, so these are non-recyclable part. And in this project, actually the specific attention has been given on that non-recyclable part that can be recycled, or there could be the possibilities to recycle them. That is the challenge, and that is addressed in this project. So I especially I want to thank Professor Eckhart Kraft and also Professor Alongir, because of the long history. Actually, from 2006 we are working, and finally the project has been passed specifically on that non-recyclable part, and also marine plastic. Okay, so when we know that this can be degrade, that means this এটা পচে যাবে, আর this cannot be non-degrade, অর্থাৎ এটা পচবে না, কিন্তু এটা disintegrate হবে, ভাঙতে up to it will go for microplastic and also nanoplastic. Okay, so micro and nanoplastic, they have their special characteristics. So in this project, that will be addressed specifically in the very specific waste lab, because, and also I want to greet our German team that they want to establish a specific waste lab, because in Bangladesh I never heard about this solid waste lab. So in this lab, this will be very specific and only for the devoted for all the tests for solid waste, especially the plastic part, and also the jute substitution and all these things. So that can be done. And also, you know that in this project there could be several social survey also, because we already mentioned that the recycling can be done for informal sector and also in informal sector. But for Bangladesh, informal sector is much more sustainable, and that sustainability has been proved by the last 50, 60 years that we can recycle. But once we think for formal sector, like in other country, they have several pot, okay, great pot for one plastic and another pot for another plastic, like that. So if we think for Bangladesh, this will not work, because for any visit to the recycling shop, if there is a formal visit, they can wear all the plastic protective gears and gloves, boots, and everything. But when we go just informal visit, they are working with naked hand and also naked shoe, naked foot and everything. After, it means that they are not wearing anything. So we have to think for Bangladesh according to our culture, and that cultural points will be addressed in this project. So that's why I am very hopeful, and also in this formulation meeting, I am very hopeful for successful implementation of the project, and also I am very much hopeful that there will be very, very nice, good quality, excellent quality publication from this project, and also I hope that the designated degrees on MSc Engineering and also the PhD, inshallah, will be done from this project. So I pray to Allah that for the success of this project. So at the end, I want to again greet everybody to permit me to say something regarding the project. Allah Hafiz.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your scientific guidelines with real-life examples readily available right now. Thank you, sir.
We are about to listen to the guidelines from the head of the Department of Civil Engineering of Khulna University of Engineering and Technology, Professor Dr. Mohammad Rokonujaman, sir. So sincerely requesting Professor Dr. Mohammad Rokonujaman, sir, to deliver his speech.
Assalamu alaikum. In this formulation meeting of SCIP project, present chief guest Dr. Muhammad Alamgir, honorable member UGC. Also, he is also associated with this project as expert, scientific expert, and meeting chair Dean Professor Dr. Saiful Islam sir, and project leader Professor Kraft from Bauhaus-Universität Weimar, Germany. Project Director Professor Dr. Hafizul Islam, and all respected special guests, and all respected faculty members, especially the members of advisory committee which was formed for this project, and all other colleagues who are online with us. And so to everyone, I would like to express greetings from my side. And at first, I would like to appreciate Professor Kraft and Dr. Hafizul Islam, and also congratulate them to achieve such kind of project. And also, I would like to express thanks to the government of Germany in favor of Department of Civil Engineering to choose Department of Civil Engineering as a partner for this project. Actually, a story behind how we are involved this department is when I received an application from Dr. Hafizul regarding the requirement of a space for this project, and I actually placed that application to the general meeting of all teachers of this department, and we sit together and we found that these projects will give many benefits to this department. Like, firstly, this project will produce a number of postgraduate degrees and publications, and which actually help our university to develop worldwide ranking. Secondly, this project actually, after completion of this project will leave infrastructure setup, and and laboratory, waste lab laboratory, which actually help the advanced research afterward. And thirdly, not the least actually, last not the least actually, the third point is this project actually will will create some collaboration with some organization, national and international organizations. And also will build up capacity for our students and colleagues for advanced research, working with the renowned professors in and abroad. So analyzing all these benefits, we found it has potential, and then accordingly we actually have been committed to help this project. What we can do with all possibilities. So though we have some limitations regarding the space, but after the completion of the physical modeling lab, which is under construction, which is just behind of this department, the space problem will be solved actually. So we are looking forward to successful completion and positive output from this project, so that we can manage the plastics efficiently in future. So at last, I would like to thank Dr. Afizul to invite all the faculty members of this department to participate in this meeting. So this is all from my side. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you, sir, for offering such scientific guidelines to all of us. We have listened to all of our special guests, so let's move on to listening to our chief guest, Professor Dr. Mohammad Alamgir sir. He is the scientific expert of SCIP Plastics Project and professor of the Department of Civil Engineering and honorable member of the University Grants Commission of Bangladesh.
Good morning to our German colleagues who are with us virtually, and also good afternoon to the participants from Bangladesh. And so, Mr. Chair of this project formulation meeting, Professor Saiful Islam, and Professor Rafizul Islam, the project director of SCIP Projects, and our great friend of KUET, and also the great friend of Bangladesh, Professor Eckhard Kraft from Bauhaus-Universität Weimar, and the leader of this SCIP Plastic Projects. All the guests sitting with me in the dais from KUET, KCC, and especially Sheikh Abdur Rahman, the mayor of Munglaport, and Sheikh Abid Ali, General Secretary of Nirala Janakalyan Shomiti. The team of our partners from KUET and also the Bauhaus-Universität Weimar, it would be nice if we can sit together, but reality is that we are connected virtually. So thank you all of you to connect with us. The faculty members of KUET, the other employees, the project team members, especially the SCIP Plastic Projects. And really it is a wonderful day for me to be with you to talk about a project which just started a few months ago, the sustainable capacity building to reduce irreversible pollution by plastics, shortly named as SCIP Plastic Projects. Actually, it was initiated on the year of 2020, while Professor Eckhard contacted with me, and later we have several communications and discussions. Finally, the proposal was ready in the month of March 2021, and later we got it. But during this time, there are a lot of things happened. A lot of people are engaged with this. I can remember one of the director of environment who first day during that time when we are looking for the letter of intention from the Ministry of Environment of Bangladesh. However, later we got this letter from them. And so these are the lot of reality, lot of things, and lot of discussions meetings, finally it was approved by the financing from Federal Ministry of Environment, Nature Conservation, Nuclear Safety and Consumer Protection. I would like to thank the government of the Germany for funding this 32 months project. Actually, this project is a brainchild of Professor Kraft, and so all credit should goes to him and the team members who supported him during this hard time. Still at that time there are COVID, very active COVID in Germany, who work very hard. And at the same time, I might appreciate the collaboration and supporting attitude we have experienced from our active partner from Khulna City Corporation. So our special thanks goes to our Honorable Mayor Talukdar Abdul Khalik, who had been with us for a long time, and still he is cooperating our joint efforts initiated by the KUET and Bauhaus-Universität Weimar. I would like to thank Professor Jyoti and his team from KUET, and also we got the support from Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, University Grants Commission, Mongla Port Authority, Bangladesh Jute Association, and Nirala Jono Kalyan Samiti. Finally, it is KUET Authority and C Department who supported these entire initiatives as it did previously during all the efforts, especially when we are going for any collaborative efforts, any projects. So thanks to all for making it happen. I wish that team spirit will remain active in the project period and beyond to address a very important environmental issue that has been facing globally. We know that pollution generally occurs locally, but its impact is global. So world community cannot ignore the consequences that might happen due to the mismanagement of materials that creates the pollution in any country. It does not matter how small the country is, and it does not matter where it locates, because globally we are connected by air and water and soil. So this is the reality. We need to collaboration to address any issue that related to the pollution as well as sanitation. This consortium which developed during this time is an outcome of this reality. Another reality is that the extent and magnitude causes due to plastic pollution has not been realized fully yet. So this is a huge scope to conduct research in this area. So SCIP Plastic Projects is the demand of time. I might appreciate the initiatives taken by the Bauhaus-Universität Weimar, and also I would like to thank the German government for their initiatives for such kind of projects. And we know that rapid industrialization and requirement of goods to make human life easy, and also the cost optimization, the use of plastics now very huge. It is everywhere. It is in my body, it is in my workplace, it is also in my dining table, even it remains in contact with my food, what we have taken every day. The reality is that we can't imagine our daily life without the presence of plastics. The consequences of plastics is the global environment already realized. Even in Bangladesh, we also looking about its consequences. The most mismanaged plastic waste are single-used plastics like shopping bags, bags, wrappings. Another great concern is the washing of clothes. It may be hand wash or even it is washing machine, because most of the wearing clothes have minuscule fibers of acrylic, nylon, spandex, and polythene. The wastewater due to cloth washing either goes to treatment plant or directly discharged to the open environment. So it is very concerned issues. And we have a record from water waste in 2016 that more than 700,000 microscopic plastics fibers could be released into the environment during each cycle of a washing machine. Can you think about this? Just a single cycle of washing machine is released 700,000 microscopic plastic fibers. Another study claimed that washing of a single synthetic jacket. If we have one synthetic jacket, just once it releases an average of 1.7 grams of microfibers. So very little of the plastics are discarded every day, is recycled or incinerated for waste to energy facilities. Much of it ends up to landfills where it may remain alive for 1,000 years before it is decomposing, leaching potentially toxic substances it releases to the soil and water. So it is very concerned issue, not for in Bangladesh, but for global. Bangladesh has been addressing these plastic issues. In 2020, High Court ordered to the ban of single use of plastics in coastal areas and in all hotels and motels of the country. Even if we look at our Bangladesh Environment Conservation Act, which was developed in 1995, later in 2002 it is rectified, and it introduced the permanent ban on polythene and polybags. But what is the reality? We know that reality, even if you go everywhere, you will find the presence of plastics. Even we can, if we look at our national action plan, the national action plan of sustainable plastic management set a target of recycling 50% of plastics by the year of 2025. I realized it is very ambitious target. It is very difficult to achieve this target by 2025. Even we have the commitment of phasing out single use of plastics around 90% by the year of 2026, and also reducing plastic waste generation 30% by the year of 2030, if we consider 2020-21 as the baseline. So despite all these initiatives, it is realized that we need to introduce holistic approach addressing the entire value chain of plastics. For example, plastic design and its behavioral change of the people, reduce, reuse, repair, recycling, and also the improved waste management considering multi-stakeholders and multi-sectoral approach. Otherwise, we cannot address these issues because it needs a collective efforts. So I do believe that this project, SCIP Plastic Projects, under the leadership of Professor Eckhart from Bauhaus-Universität Weimar, who is on the top of this project, and also Professor Rafizul Islam from KUET, who is managing all these things in Bangladesh, and also the support from our concerned partners from KUET, Mongla Port Authority, and other concerned stakeholders. We will able to produce some effective measures and some suggestions. By this way, we can address these causes which might gives us the which might cause us to support, so that we can reduce the impact which comes from the plastics. Because if we look at the title of these projects, we never say that we would like to, we always said that we will develop the capacity build up to reduce, not to eradicate. We reduce because we realize that there will be plastics and there will be pollutions, and we cannot avoid it, but we can reduce the impact. So we will find out the way how we can reduce this. I hope these projects, with the support of multi-stakeholders, even there is a very strong team. And two important components are related with this project. One is Knowledge Hub, which is in KUET. Another one is Awareness Center, which is in KCC. These are the KCC is the right place, so that our people can be aware how, what are the consequences in the plastic waste, how they can contribute to reduce the impact. And even the KUET, we know that it is one of the hub of the research, especially for waste management. We have started this research since in the year of 2000, around 2002. So we have a long experience in the 20 years. So I hope with all this expertise and experiences, KUET will be able to give some impression and some permanent impact, so that we can have a good outcome from these projects. And I would like to thank Professor Eckhart Kraft, who is connected with us virtually, and for his strong leadership. I know that he has very undoubted leadership. I hope with his leadership and with the dynamic spirit of Professor Rafizul Islam, we'll able to see the good outcome of these projects. I would like to mention here that so far I realized that this project is something different than any other project which we have handled, because this is a project we have to find out the way. We have to go for research, and we have to find out the way considering our socio-economic conditions, considering the way how the plastic waste and generated, how the plastics used are spread over our society and our daily life. So considering all these things, we have to find out the way by which we can develop the capacity to reduce the pollution impact on the comes from the plastics. And from University Grants Commission of Bangladesh, I would like to mention here, we will always support these projects. And I hope that with all these collective efforts, our project will run very progressively, and will able to meet all the requirements as set, because there are a lot of challenges. There are a lot of challenges because there are a lot of scholars will be involved. There are PhD scholars, there are master's scholars, and they have the target. So I'd like to request Professor Hafizul Islam, and we will always with you, and we will support these initiatives. And with this few words, I would like to thanks for inviting me to this wonderful event, and I hope all of us will have a good impact at the end of these projects, and we will continue our research and other activities even beyond these projects. So thank you very much for listening me for the long time. So we hope it will be a good, long live Bangladesh, Joy Bangla, Joy Bangabandhu.
Thank you so much, sir, for offering scientific guidelines to all of us.
We have made it to the final speech of this project formulation meeting, and we are about to listen to the address of the program chair, Professor Dr. Muhammad Saiful Islam sir. He is a professor of the Department of Civil Engineering and respected Dean of the Faculty of Civil Engineering of Khulna University of Engineering and Technology. So, humbly requesting Professor Dr. Muhammad Saiful Islam sir to deliver the address of the program chair and to conclude this project formulation meeting with the invitation of luncheon.
Honorable Chief Guest, Professor Dr. Alamgir, Member of University Grants Commission, Project Leader, Professor Dr. Eckhard Kraft, and Project Director, Professor Dr. Hafizul Islam, special guests from different organizations, especially Professor Dr. M.D. Rokanuzzaman, Head, Department of Civil Engineering, Professor Dr. Qazi Hamidul Bari, Civil Engineering Department, KUET, Mr. Abir Ul Jabbar, CPO from KCC, Professor Dr. Farjana Rahman Jyoti from KUET, Sheikh Abdul Rahman, Honorable Mayor, Khulna Port Municipality, and Sheikh Abed Ali, General Secretary, Nirala Janakalyan Shamiti, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum, and very good afternoon. Being the Dean of the Family of Civil Engineering, Faculty of Civil Engineering at Khulna University of Engineering and Technology, KUET, I welcome you all to the vibrant community of the Faculty of Civil Engineering, KUET. I am conveying my special thanks to the main implementation organization, Bauhaus-Universität Weimar, Professor Dr. Eckhard Kraft and his team at the Faculty of Civil Engineering and Bauhaus Institute of Infrastructure Solutions for selecting Department of Civil Engineering, KUET as one of the implementing partner university from Bangladesh. Distinguished guests, the Faculty of Civil Engineering has been receiving national as well as international support since its establishment for the high quality research and relevant projects. These research programs have been helping our students and faculty members to enrich their knowledge bank, as well as encouraging our students to take up new challenges for a promising future with a sense of enthusiasm, confidence, and optimism. SCIP Plastic Project is one of the most progressive research projects which will significantly contribute to mitigate the plastic and marine plastic pollutions. Nevertheless, through this research project, not only KUET, but also KCC, Mangla Port, Bangladesh Jute Association, and all implementing partners will be benefited in the long run. Furthermore, these initiatives will significantly contribute to achieve 11 SDG goals out of 17, and specifically SDG 14 by preventing marine pollution and litter deposition to protect the marine ecosystem. Being one of the most polluted delta of the world, Bangladesh has been ranked among the highest marine plastic polluting countries. One of the main objectives of the SCIP Plastic Project is to minimize, or at least to reduce the long-term marine plastic pollution in the Bay of Bengal, to protect vulnerable aquatic habitats. Thus, the importance of this project is undoubtedly significant for both the coastal cities like Khulna and Chittagong in Bangladesh. Finally, collaboration of KUET and CUET with Bauhaus-Universität Weimar will simulate the regional as well as international partnership between the universities and the related implementing partners such as KCC, Khulna City Corporation, Bangladesh Jute Association, Bangla Port will provide the scope for transferring knowledge and resources, which will definitely improve the institutional knowledge in near future. Finally, I want to say we are really happy and look forward for the successful completion of the project. Thank you all. Thank you very much.
We will take group photographs, and we have arranged lunch. So I will request our program chair to, okay sir. So for lunch, okay. So I'll request our program chair to kindly conclude the
Hello. So thank you for your kind attention. I would like to thank all of you, especially for our foreign delegates. So thank you, Professor Eckhart Krab, and also his team. So could you please, this is the end of this session, so could you please leave? Thank you so much. So Professor Kraft, thank you so much. So hope to meet you during the official kickoff meeting, yeah?
Okay.
At KUET.
Thank you very
so
much
Okay,
for being part of that meeting.
So we'll take group photographs, then our respected program chair will guide our guests to the luncheon, then remaining members of the project team will leave later.